Okay guys, we're doing a cleanup of a focusing screen. Some of these that come with the F3. This is a type E focusing screen which is made by Nikon, and what we're going to be doing today is there's a little bit of fungus, and we're going to clean that fungus. As you can see here, you can see there are some fungus spots on this, if you're able to notice it. And today we're going to be trying to clean those. You can see them now, and how we're going to clean it is, oops. So this is actually placed inside this and is held in place by these clamps, 4 of them, 1, 2, 3 and 4. But I've noticed you can remove just 3 of them and carefully pry this open. Now you can very clearly see the fungus on this. I tried cleaning it from the opposite side, which is the exposed side, and it didn't really clean the surface. So I thought, let me go ahead and open it. So this particular focusing screen, when placed like this, actually has a cellophane tape all around it, which is really thin, and it's best to use what it came with. That avoids any sort of dust entering the air gap between the two glass elements. This is glass, and I think this is plastic, high quality plastic. But you can see there's a lot of fungus on this. It's very clearly visible. And we're going to clean this out for now. I cleaned one focusing screen the other day, and this is the second one. So let's go ahead and clean it. So I'm using lens cleaning cloth, which is provided by Lenscart. Very little bit of it. I hear that it's got isopropanol, but we thought we'll take a risk and we'll clean it. So first, let me try and show you the fungus, so you are aware of the fungus on this. So as you can see this, not very sure if you can see the fungus. It's growing on it, but maybe you need something colorful below. Show you where the fungus is. Now you can see it. Yeah, there you can see it. Now it's very clear from this angle. You can see the patches of the fungus, and we're going to clean it with this particular spray that's been applied on this clean cloth. Hold it at that angle where you can see the fungus. I'm going to. Making these videos is a pain, but sometimes you gotta share the knowledge, so why not? People see it. Oh, I think it's pretty much gone pretty fast. So it is a new layer of fungus probably, so we were able to remove it. So now that it's really clean, we can go ahead and put the two pieces back together. You can see there are some patches here that I can see from a different angle, and I'll clean all of that. Once that is done, we're going to put it back exactly from where it came. You see a few fingerprints here. We'll clean that off. Okay, guys, I need to concentrate, so let me complete this and get back to you when I put this thing back. Okay, so we're going through the process of putting this tape back. There's always a little gap between the two glass elements, as you can see here. So that is normal. Putting this tape back is a kind of complicated task. I've usually noticed that the glue that is already on it kind of holds good for around one or two cleans. So we're going to try and use that and not try any of the alternatives. Try to keep it as dust free as possible, but yeah, we don't know how this is going to go. Let me try. So we had some bad luck. I had to use regular cellophane tape because the other one would just not stick. But yeah, it's not that difficult. You can use that. You might have extra pieces because you won't get that thinner tape for your use. And what you can do finally is cut it off with a nice little scissor without damaging the focusing screen. I mean, nothing is really impossible. I know Nikon engineers might be able to access better, thinner strips of cellophane tape, but this is the best we can. So let's go ahead and use it. I might have a very fine scissor in here, and I had never used it, so maybe it looks like it's the right time to use that little scissor now. So as you can see, there are a lot of extra bits there which have to be very neatly cut off. We're going to use this. I think this is a scissor that's used to shave a fine beard off. We'll use that and cut everything that's not required. And this, put the blade in and without touching the glass portion of this focusing screen, let's go ahead and cut what's not required. You can see I'm going to cut the corners first. Once we cut the corners, try and open that portion out, and then very neatly cut it off. One of the problems we face here is that there's glue on this, but I guess that can be managed. Now that one side is done, press it tight and go for the other side without touching the actual focusing screen. Slightly larger scissor might help you do this better, but pretty good progress so far. Tripods is such a pain when they're shaky. And I feel like a surgeon. So that's done. And done. I think that's a neat job. Definitely. Much better than I expected. You don't have any loose edges, loose corners. We have a nice clean focusing screen. Now to put this back into its system, we're going to avoid touching the actual screen. It's a bit of a tighter fit now because of the slightly thicker cellophane tape, but we're going to be very careful. Glass chipping is very harmful to anything that's optical, because you'll have a lot of aberrations and unwanted problems later. But this is all that it needs to go, and you don't really need it going any further. So I think now it's a good time to put those screws back. Once that's done, it's time to put these little clamps back. So focusing screen stays straight and doesn't come out. So we'll start with the opposite side clamp, which is on this side, and it holds focusing screen. We put that clamp, pick up one of these screws, place it in, and tighten it. So these things do take some time. It's the whole joy of putting these things together. Makes the maintenance part a fun process. There you go, one down, three more to go. Keep the screw in place and then pick up little clamp, the micro clamp, on the opposite direction of what we just screwed in. Then hold it down and there you go. Screw it in place. That's done. The last one going in, and to many more happier times looking through a clean focusing screen. That was the Type E, which I purchased. I'm not sure from whom, mostly from Rags or someone. And yes, all the four are in. We got some fingerprints on this, which we'll clean. Very little bit of the solvent. Oh, looks like those aren't fingerprints, they're machining marks. Nevertheless, in all that we could, but fingerprints are probably the fingerprints from the factory. We open our f3, our little love, my love, the f3, and then you hold this in without touching the glass and align it with that particular pin which is there, and just press it in place. No fingerprints, good job, it's not wobbling. Get this back, place the back side down first, very careful, make sure nothing's changed after we've done this cleanup job. Now I'm going to look at how this looks through the viewfinder. Wow, it's definitely a lot better. So that is a good job with the cleanup process. So thank you guys for being patient and looking at the whole video, and I'll share this video for you guys to do your cleanups. Thank you and goodbye. Happy shooting with your f3s.